it's hard for people who don't have exposure to recovery and to really understand how the disease of addiction works and how recovery works, and what to do with an addict. I know my family, for example, they love me, but they just didn't know what to do with me. And I think that having patience with somebody who's struggling, if it's a member of your family, is key. But you don't want to enable them. The other thing is just for the general public, I think, to realize that addicts are sick people. I deal with people who, in my job, I deal with people with serious mental illness and addiction, and it's almost always an overlapping issue. Almost every person who I know who's an addict was traumatized in some way, shape, or form as a child. And almost every person that I know who's an addict or an alcoholic struggles with some sort of underlying mental health issue. It's not a character flaw. And it's very easy for someone to point fingers and say, this person made these choices and this is who they are. But it's a lot harder when you see and acknowledge the reality of how some of these people grew up and the way that things happened. And I think that's one of the ways that our society and our country really does a disservice to people with drug and mental health issues is that they traumatize a group of people who are already traumatized. This whole idea that you're a drug addict or you're an alcoholic or you're a junkie, you're a piece of shit, and that's all you're ever going to amount to. That keeps people out for a lot longer than it should. And it makes it harder for people to be honest about who they are. In the general population. I've been in meetings with people for work or in school and class, and had to sit and listen to some pretty derogatory things about addicts and alcoholics, and with them not knowing that there was an addict, sitting right next to them, talking with them in conversation. And it really, it really bothered me, but at the same time, there's a pride aspect of it. My program has taught me not to be confrontational with people. The only thing I can do is try to lead by example. But at the same time, anonymity is important because some people, you're never going to change their minds. And that's the reason for anonymous fellowship. But I would say to the general public, just acknowledge that people with drug and alcohol problems are sick people. They're not beyond help. And people do get better. So just keep an open mind. And just be aware that that person that you're looking down on and calling a junkie or a drunk or a piece of shit or all of the above, one day that could be a member of your family. That could be your child. That could be a sister, a parent, even a grandparent. So just be careful, because if you spit in the wind, it can land in your face. That's it.